All right. Sorry I am late. Thank you for joining another episode of Crypto After Dark from Constant Collab. I know it's been a while since we've even done a show. Apologize for that. It's good to take some time off. Braulio got a puppy. Also need to mic check this new mic. Another episode of Crypto After Dark. All right, sounds good. All right, so sorry about that. When you're not a big time YouTuber, you have to mic check yourself and do all these different things. But again, thank you all for joining another episode. Want to talk about a few different things tonight. I know in the last month or so, the price action hasn't been incredible. So we're going to talk about prices and talk about just overall sentiment and things of that nature, and just I'll just reflect on my personal bias and where I think things are, where I think they're going to go. And maybe just sort of reflect on the biases that I'm seeing in the overall marketplace, whether it's through traders or other people I know in the market versus, the polar side, which is, you've got the sailors and, El Salvador and things like that doing some extreme buying today. So let's start on CoinMarketCap just really quickly. I like to point out the number of total cryptos. I think it's really fun to point out. I think calling them cryptos is kind of weird to begin with, right? Digital assets is what you really, want to be focused on and investing in. These cryptos or might as well just be internet service providers or anything else. I've talked about that a bunch of different times. Market cap resting beneath 2 trillion very well. That's to be expected given the price action recently. The top 10 is still actually very similar though, and has stayed that way. So not a lot of different action in this space in the top 10. Worth mentioning, but just wanted to start and point that out really quick. We hop into the charts really quick, and I was a couple minutes late today because this website just loves to forget my password. It's not me anymore. It is not me. So anyway, let's look at some charts really quick. We're going to look at Bitcoin. I don't have white charts either, so I don't know what is going on today. I don't know what is going on. But I guess we'll work with some very clean charts here. No historical price action at all because trading. Oh, I guess we do have some. Okay. So you can see I haven't touched this chart probably in a long time, but you can see we've broken below this green zone, which I had drawn from 37 to 40. Probably sometime during this retest right here. Right, so we've got touches here, we break through, we come back, hit that all-time high of 64, come back down, touch the zone, break through the zone, touch it again, almost touch it again, come back down, touch it again, come down, go through it, sit on it, come back over it. So this zone played really well. If I just duplicate it really quick, bring it down here, there's another one right beneath it. And if I guess I need to bring it up, I guess I could even pull it right there, but you can see this other zone right here that's playing, right? So Bitcoin is sitting in this zone, and I tweeted about this earlier. If we saw sideways action again here, I wouldn't be surprised. Blockchain Backer also released a really good video recently. If you haven't watched it, where price action that mimicked sort of a bounce here and then a push back up for a, what you would call a head and shoulders pattern here or something like that could trigger an alt run, right? So we'll move on to some altcoins really quickly after this, but, maybe some sideways action here into March area and then up sort of, gives that determination that, quick, that an alt run could be on the way again, right? So that was what Blockchain Backers video was about a little bit earlier in the week. I think yesterday he may have even released that. So if you didn't get to catch that, check it out. Just running through some other pairs really quick. Here's Avalanche. So Avalanche is playing really well off this channel right here. Haven't touched these in a while. Right around here is that FEMA news. And so buy the rumor, sell the news, right? FEMA. Might as well just give it a star. Where's my shapes? I can never remember how to use this thing. So here's FEMA news right here, right? Just put that in there. Hurricane, we got the FEMA. All right. So here's FEMA right there. Sell the news. Buy rumors. So we need some rumors that Avalanche sucks ass or something like that. Keep going. What's another one that was up there? Axie Infinity right next to it. Where's Axie? AXS. I mean, just a crater. And this game is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Gotta get my lines going here on a color you can see because my background is now white. Maybe we'll keep it. But yeah, I mean, this is it's kind of dangerous actually. I mean, Axie is not really holding on to any support in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with Axie, but it looks like a Geronimo back down to $9 or $10 if you ask me. Where's Mana? So Decentraland, holding better. Okay, haven't touched these again. So if I just move this line up a little bit or change my angle, that's a nice bounce. I mean, I don't love it. I think this is still sort of exposed territory down here, but you know, it is what it is. Chainlink. All right, so here's my long-term channels on Chainlink. See if those are playing well. You know, we're breaking down in here. I don't like that. I don't love it, right? I mean, if you're breaking down, you're breaking down. You turn the chart upside down. Is this going down or up? Looks like it's going up now. So, we need here's Matic. Let me get these charts going the right way again. We need news to help these types of things. Or we need develop. What we really need is investment. I can't say sell the news and then say we need news to help us. We need investment. We need volume. But they want to shake everybody out, and that's what they've done a pretty good job at doing over the course of the last several weeks. They've got everybody thinking XRP is going back to 10 or 20, but again, this is a long-term trend line touching January 17 lows. Kind of misses March 20 lows if you give it the full wick from December from the lawsuit. And we still haven't touched it yet. And right there where the trend line meets, we have confluence with a 200, I believe, daily average on the weekly. So that's a 200 moving average on the weekly, this blue line right here, right? And the monthly is similar, right? We've got the same sort of thing going on here. And so that's just the 50 on the monthly, though. There's not enough data here, it says, for the 200, which means there's not 200 months on this chart yet. That's crazy. Anyway, and if you pay attention, you know, this is what Blockchain Backer was talking about in his video. Look at the wicks that it made and the downward movement it made in 2017 before it went from literally less than a penny to $3. This is XRP. So it can go down here as much as it wants and just fly up if it really wants to. We're talking about hundreds of percents that move made. So if those fractals are similar and those things happen again, those are the sort of the predictions that are being made from a price action perspective. Here's my bold prediction on XRP and the rest of them. If it's good, it's going to go up. If it's bad, it's going to go down. Neither of these things are financial advice, but I'm not going to sit here and try to like sway a bunch of people either way or try to get people to do things one way or the other. The influencer space has gone mad. Got, you know, Michael Saylor tweeting Eminem stuff, like not afraid, whatever, like about the Bitcoin price. Okay. You know, just too much army shit, too many bots, too much crypto boy nonsense going on, right? You should look for the real assets, and I try to go over real assets in these discussions. I don't try to bring up shit coins too often, because they're just gambles. I got a sneeze coming on. I don't have somebody to edit my videos yet either, so. Woo! Bless me. All right, so VeChain also bouncing off these, it looks like a mess, but it bounces off the levels we prescribe here. And so this trend touching this, breaking through, coming back near here, and then coming back down here, this is just going to be a long-term wedge that VeChain most likely trades in for the next couple of years. If I'm making it, I don't mind making consolidation predictions, right? So if we play this wedge, we could either go up for continued success or down if it's a failure. Walmart China is not betting on a failure though, because they're all in on VeChain. So I've promoted VeChain somewhat as not financial advice, but as something to look at from a supply chain and logistics perspective as they work with Schneider Electric, as they work with Walmart China, and as they continue to develop these footprints and this repertoire of success across the marketplace. So that's a look at the technicals for a little bit here. I just wanted to bring some of those up because I know the space has been a little bit worrisome recently. Got people on their toes a little bit. What should I do? Should I sell, etc.? But I wanted to go over a few things that are continuing to happen really quick to just talk about the other side of that, right? Facebook right now says crypto is a scam. So what's happening at the exact same time, right? This is today, I believe. LeBron James is partnering with crypto.com, which you could probably consider to be somewhat of a biased move or somewhat of a objective move, I guess, given crypto.com's presence in Los Angeles with the Staples Center. So LeBron James and Crypto.com team set up for a blockchain education initiative. The initiative aims to help 1,600 school children in LeBron James' hometown. But not every Crypto.com user seems to be happy about the partnership. What a bunch of assholes. In a press release published Friday, three-time NBA champion and Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James will partner with digital cryptocurrency exchange Crypto.com to support educational and workforce development opportunities focused on Web3, which is phenomenal, right? People don't even know what the hell is going on, and LeBron James is like, no problem, I'm going to teach a bunch of Akron kids how to do Web3 and blockchain. That's just brilliant. Might as well teach them at that age. We don't need to be teaching them how to use Microsoft Office or, learn a bunch of dumb shit. So, specifically as related by local news outlet Akron Beacon Journal, the partnership will help 1,600 kids in his town. So where's the part where they say people are pissed? David Blythe. You keep spending all this money with your partnerships, but your customer support is the worst. It's the worst. Some still don't have funds from when you were hacked. I mean, that's fair. Don't get hacked. Yeah. That's like telling the HR department that the tax department got something wrong. They're gonna be like, okay, well, we're still gonna do these initiatives regardless if we have problems. But I agree with those people. I think they should get those some of the hacks in line. I think the hacks have gone across a lot of different exchanges though, so I'm not super shocked to see crypto.com falls victim to it. It's a developing space right now. I also wanted to talk about OMI. So let me pull up the OMI chart. I think this is the right pair, OMI. So eComi Tether. Really solid looking chart here on the monthly. It just looks just ready to blast off here. The daily looks even better. So what am I doing tonight? Get me off of this pencil. So this is an NFT marketplace, eComi. And I'm about to show you the website for it, but I just wanted to show you the chart. Very solid price range here. And I think it does have potential to break out. So I just wanted to pull that up here. eComi looks really good, especially on the weekly. It just looks like it's going to just give me some of that right there. So just wanted to point this out really quick. What is this? eComi. Vive is an app. So they call themselves Vive. Vive is an app-based marketplace for premium licensed digital collectibles. With Vive, users can obtain common, rare, one-of-a-kind digital collectibles, customize and showcase them in virtual showrooms, as well as buy, sell, or trade collectibles with other Vive users, etc. If you want my purest, rawest, uncut, heart-throbbing opinion, it's just gonna be another one that goes up and falls back down. Like, not all these freaking value-based pictures are gonna maintain themselves forever. But this chart looks good, so it could be like one of those ones that you catch on the way up or something. I don't know. Don't take investment advice from that, and if you do, set a stop loss right here, right? Because we have now, you see this right here? You see this? You see we're breaking above this here. We're sitting on it. We're breaking below it. We're touching it and going below. And then we're staying below. We can even move it down. We're staying below. This is the zone on this. Jeez Louise. My sinuses are driving me nuts. I'm not using my tools right here. Do not, don't take any investment advice from people on the internet, first of all. Second of all, if you were to buy this, sell it or don't hold it. Don't hold a bag. I don't know what's going to happen with Ecomi. I'm not a genius. I'm just, out here trying to share, what I do know with the world out here. What is going on with my stuff today? But if this breaks down here, don't hold it and be like, ooh, DCA it, buy more, do whatever. But it could happen, right? But this is a safe zone. This is risk reward at its finest, right? This is what you want to do. You want to say, hey, this is my red zone. Who knows what my green zone is, but my red zone's here. Get rid of that, right? This is my red zone. I don't want to hold it. I don't really want to hold it down, below that. I don't want to just get rid of it, right? But who knows where it would go. I'm not going to try to predict the top either. I just think the good risk reward is that it's shown that it's gotten back above this level clearly here and has a chance to pop back up to all-time highs and beyond. So good opportunity possibly coming on OMI. So I haven't read too much into it. I know some of my peers have read more about it. I don't really care too much about these NFT stories. I don't like that their website, when you click on things, that things are deleted. But the chart looks good. So if you like charts and you like things that look good, go for it. All right. So another thing I want to talk about that has been getting a lot of hype recently is the Bitcoin stock to flow model. Okay, so let's take a look at this picture. Some of you are familiar with Bitcoin stock to flow model. If you're not, here's what it looks like, right? It's basically this graph that says, hey, here's how we're going to make an ass load of money off of Bitcoin. We are going to follow this stock to flow model, which it has followed pretty well since its inception. So we've got this white line that's sort of showing the stock to flow model that shows over time how it's going to, go from this parabolic to this ever so going up curve that just never dies. And so here's how it's been following it so far. This looks old. This is from July. I want today's. Where can I get today's? Hey. Hey. Hey, we're live on YouTube. Dude. Pat. Bro. Oh, here's the first article. Why is it not useful? I just want a picture of the damn thing. Just show me a recent one. Here we go. Where's this? 2020. We're in 2022. Why are things so hard to find? Hey. All right. Hey! Stop! I can't cut this, dude. Now I'm yelling. Hey. All right, so here's the stock to flow model. Here's the blue line that's showing the trend. Bro, I'm going to beat you. Peppy. Dude. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come say hi. Let's distract you. Come here. Come on. Come say hi. Come say hi. Come here. Come on. Ooh. Come on. Can you even get on the camera? Can you get your head up there? Here we go. Say hi, Peppy. He's a good boy. This is my nephew, Peppy. Sorry to interrupt our stock to flow model chat here. But Peppy is, barking, keeping me safe. And just need to get him to stop barking so we can talk about the Bitcoin stock to flow model now. Okay? Here you go. Okay. Good boy. Very nice. Okay. Now that I have everybody's attention, Bitcoin stock to flow model. Blue line, stock flow. First of all, we'll talk about what that means in a second. But I just wanted to show you how we can see the price over here. Didn't quite hit 100,000, the 69,000 line somewhere up here. Pretty accurate. How we sort of have never really dipped this far below it. So, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? I'm not sure. But I just wanted to go over this because it's been talked about a lot. Gosh, I'm out of breath after that in this space. So, a beginner's guide to stock to flow model. Starting to invest in cryptocurrencies can be a daunting task, as digital currencies are notoriously volatile, making it difficult for new investors to make informed investing decisions. Given these difficulties, one might find it helpful to use the stock to flow SF or S2F model to make a more structured decision. Crypto investments, like traditional stock market investments, rely on anticipating where the value of various assets will go. The stock to flow ratio is one model that can assist in this effort. It is a number that indicates the number of years it will take to attain the current stock supply at the current production rate. The higher the number, the more expensive it generally is. I agree, Peppy. The SF ratio is historically correlated with Bitcoin's price, making it popular methodology for forecasting future BTC price predictions. So as we can see, it has been pretty good at that. But is it going to continue being that way? I'm not sure. Oh my gosh. Peppy! I'm really sorry about this. I can't yell at him forever tonight, though. The stock to flow concept takes advantage of the fact that Bitcoin's scarcity increases its value. By assessing Bitcoin's digital scarcity, the stock to flow ratio forecasts its value. Is Bitcoin stock to flow accurate for price predictions? Here's a closer look at the stock to flow concept and how it works. So scarcity is what creates unforgivable costliness, and assigns intrinsic value to an asset, according to Nick Szabo, an American cryptographer and computer scientist. The underlying technology that underpins Bitcoin assures that the quantity of new coins decreases over time. There's a finite supply. A block reward is given to the miner that calculates the hash required to validate a block of transactions, producing the proof of work. So all of that work and all those calculations they're doing is why Bitcoin works on proof of work. There's all these speculative ideas that proof of work costs more money from an energy standpoint than proof of stake, etc. So moving forward here, the halving cycle we've talked about. So the reason why the stock to flow model keeps increasing is because over time it takes more energy and less reward to mine Bitcoin because of the halving reward and how it literally goes in halves. You can see 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. Divided by another 2 is 6.25, and we're continuing to halve down until increasingly, unless miners become more and more powerful and popular, they will struggle to sort of maintain their profitability, right? So the stock to flow model predicts value changes in a more straightforward manner. It compares an asset's current stock to the rate of new production or how much is produced in a year. A higher ratio suggests greater scarcity, which generally leads to a higher price. A synonymous Dutch former institutional investor known as Plan B popularized that Bitcoin stock to flow ratio. So it's all speculative, right? It doesn't have to. trends are good until they break. I think that's one popular way to look at it. So this one's probably going to be good until it breaks as well. I would keep an eye on it, but don't marry it. Don't marry anything, right? If you're the only thing I would marry into is maybe something you're DCAing into, and sort of let that be your own prerogative. Do your own research. Make sure you're making good investments. All that jazz, right? So those were the things I sort of wanted to talk about today. If I have my Instagram up here, let me see if I can get it into. So I wanted to talk about some of the other articles that we had seen today. Even let me see if I know my password. What is the password? All right. So I'm going to my profile here, talk about some of the news we saw today. Apple and the metaverse. So we talked about LeBron already. I'm going to talk about Apple, some of the news hitters from today. Apple and the metaverse, big news there. They're following suit with a lot of different companies in the S&P 500 and beyond that are mentioning metaverse or doing like metaverse related activities. So wanted to bring that up. Google Cloud. A lot of companies, I've even seen some of my peers interested in trying to find crypto jobs or blockchain jobs. Google Cloud employees are eyeing the blockchain, or I should look at it backwards. Google Cloud is eyeing employees who can support their blockchain initiatives. And then the IMF has sort of been slamming El Salvador, right, for their presence in the space and how they've been adopting Bitcoin at the rate they have, how they've been chartered it as its official currency of El Salvador. The IMF is threatened by that. They really don't like the idea that El Salvador is pioneering and honoring Bitcoin at the pace and the grandeur that they are. And I'm personally under the conviction that the IMF wouldn't do that if they didn't feel threatened. So that's just my opinion there. Let's talk about another thing, something else that's happening today. Arizona, I believe. So a bill is introduced in Arizona to make Bitcoin a legal tender. So Senator Wendy Rogers introduced a bill proposing to make Bitcoin a legal tender in the state of Arizona. I think that was today. So a lot of things are happening, right? The charts are going down, but the price is seemingly going up, right? I mean, the charts is going down. But the news is staying steady and giving you that idea that the charts could go up again or make another bounce. Another thing that happened tonight, I'm bouncing all over the place, but Dave Portnoy, I believe, bought Bitcoin again. I'll just Google that one. I don't know why this computer doesn't have any of my passwords on it right now. There we go, let's go. Let's see what he says here. Dave's still holding SafeMoon, and then here's his Bitcoin purchase today. So Dave bought Bitcoin at 12,000 with the Winkle Bros, sold it at probably 8 or 9, and now he's like, I think 36,924 seems like the best fucking price I've ever had. Buys $1 million worth today. Good for him. Again, all these things happening in the space, that's great. That's great. I feel like it really could produce an opportunity for Bitcoin to sideways move here and then give it an opportunity to come back up. I'm very wary about a head and shoulders pattern after that, though. Those were terrible curves, but if you see 3 Humpty Dumptys right here, Humpty Dumpty's going to come down to 20,000. So, that's just something to think about as we move forward here. That's about all I got left for today. Just wanted to get back in the swing of things, updating you all, I guess, from the most non-biased perspective as possible. Want to avoid being a crypto bro influencer dude. I don't care where the market goes. I think it's good to DCA into the projects that you think are going to do well. Ignore all the noise. Have fun. stay safe out there. Keep making sure you keep your families and your loved ones close. And really appreciate y'all tuning in, supporting our channel, supporting Telegram channel. Like, subscribe, do all those things you do. Thank you for joining another episode of Crypto After Dark. And if you have any other topics that you'd like to discuss, you want to go through any other different pairs, or you want to come on the show, do whatever, send us a message, and we'll be happy to talk about it. So thanks for joining. Catch you all next time.